Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Flip the Brochure. Hope you guys are doing great. And if you guys remember, I had a poll last week asking you which brochure you want me to share next. And yeah, this is what you guys chose. So here it is. This is the brochure of the E30 BMW 3 Series. It's a very old brochure. I don't even remember when I got it, but all I can say is I was very young when I got my hands on this, and I have kept it in pristine condition. Here's a closer look. This is how it looks, and this brochure covers all the versions of the 3 series, namely the ones mentioned on top, the 316, 318i, 320i and 325i. So let's start flipping. I'll just turn the page, and this brochure is 34 pages, soft cover. So let's begin. Turning to page 1, and this is the introduction of the 3 series, a little write up on how the 3 series came into being. You can see this tagline, the original redefined. It gives you a little bit more info on how similar the 4-cylinder engine is to the 12-cylinder engine. It's a nice center spread photo of the car. Just show it to you end to end, and the brochure is really high quality. Little close up of the bumpers. We'll get to the details in the next pages. So let me turn the page. Yeah, so this section is about the styling. It's a very beautiful picture of the E30 out here, and the brochure, the great part is it's very clear to read. The fonts are very large. Let me just show you. It's amazing, damn neat. And it says here how you can customize your 3 series in more than 25 different ways. There's so many customization options. I mean, we didn't even believe it would happen then. And a little bit on the safety written here as well. So let's move to the next page. More info on the styling, some info on the bumpers out here. The front bumper, it says this 3 series bumper can withstand collisions up to 4 kilometers an hour without a dent. Something similar here. This is the rear picture of the 325i. Just a closer look for you, since the reflections are coming from the lights. Apologies for that. And what other info can I tell you about here? Yeah, so this is just the styling details, plus it says the body is zinc plated at appropriate points. So yeah, there's a lot of info here. Can't read it entirely, or this we could turn into a very long video. So here are the engines. This is the engine section. So in this section it tells you everything about the history of the BMW engines. So the 3 series E30 came with 4-cylinder petrol, it came in diesel, and it came with a straight 6 as well in the 325i. And just like I mentioned before, it's here it's explained in very minute detail how the 3 series engines are very similar to the 12-cylinder engines from the 7 series. Nice zoomed in picture of the 6-cylinder motor. More info here about all the engines. Here it says the power unit of the 318i is very closely related to BMW's 12-cylinder engine. So 325i, more info on 325i. It says here that the 6-cylinder engine is very superior in the 2-liter class. All the info you want and the power figures in detail are here in this write up. The 325i came with a 2.5 liter straight 6 engine, and you had 171 horsepower in that, and that I'll get to in the last page where you have the technical data. Let me turn the page to move further. this section takes you through the suspension details, and in this little window here, it tells you that the 6-cylinder 325i came with driving modes, and that's the switch for the driving modes. So it came with economy mode, sports mode and manual mode, and it says that the manual mode came only in the petrol engine models. So that's something interesting. Another beautiful picture of the car. So the interiors, this is what I like. Plain simple, no digital instrument cluster, just clean analog dials for the speedo, for the tacho, old school. You have your fuel gauge, your temperature gauge. Isn't that lovely? I wish cars still were a bit old school today, but everything is going virtual and digital. So a lot of info here about the interiors, and things like service interval indicator, other systems, low beam systems to check the headlights, the tail lights, fuel consumption, lot of minute details. There's some info on the electrically adjustable rear view mirrors out here. Here is another look at your dash. That's the 3-spoke steering. Then there's more info about your onboard trip computer, and a write up on all what the different gauges are available on the 3 Series. You have also driver's airbag, electric windows, and it also says how you can have different options out here to control the temperature, and about warning signals as soon as the outside temperature drops below 3 degrees. Very helpful for the driver and the co-passenger. Next page. This is a look at the cabin. The seats, cloth interiors are standard. That's what BMW says, or rather were standard. Then there's some info on the heating system here, and the best part is air conditioning was an option, wasn't standard. I think the heater was standard, and a lot of info on how you can push forward the seat and free up more leg room. Here is a look at the heater. I'll just take you close. That's that. So that's the seats for you. Very basic, no frills, but still looks so amazing. Let me move on to the next page. So this is your special equipment section. So here it gives you a list of what options you can order with your 3 Series, or rather you could order with your 3 Series. So on top, this is the sports package for the 320i. Just a closer look. Those are 14-inch optional alloy wheels. You get low profile tires as well, lowered shock absorbers, and a sports steering wheel. And below are the options you could order with the 325i. Here you go, a different rear spoiler, 15-inch alloy wheels with 205 profile tires. What else is here? Yeah, this is the 325i M Technique sports package, which also gives you sports suspension, which is fantastic. You turn the page. Here are the different body styles available or were available for the E30 3 Series. That's the touring. You have the cabriolet or convertible, And this, guys, is the E30 M3. So as it's mentioned here, the E30 M3, it came with a 2.3 liter engine and had 200 bhp, and it clearly mentions that the M3 is one of the very few standard production cars designed for the racetrack. Now, isn't this a looker? Most definitely is. And the last option here given is the 325iX, which came with 4-wheel drive with 30% of power to the front and 63% to the rear. A small write-up on the diesel is also here, but of course those cars are not shown here. So there was a 324D and a 324TD, which was the station wagon or the estate version. Next, the most important data, as they call it. These are the dimensions of the E30 series. Nice picture here from Racing BMW Motorsport, and here are your tech specs of each model: 316, 318i, 320i and 325i. So each spec is given in detail. Right here you have these are both 4-cylinder models, these are 6-cylinder models. So the 316 had 90 horsepower, the 318i had 115 horsepower, 320i had 129 horsepower, and the 325i, like I mentioned earlier, had 171 horsepower. And the torque figures are given below. So 140 Newton meters here in the 316, 165 in 318i, 174 in the 320i, and 226 Newton meters in the 325i. Gearbox, fuel consumption, weight. So let me turn the page now, and we go to the next page. It's another spread which gives you a summary of everything that we saw in the earlier pages: bodywork, the engine, your exterior features, interior features, electrical system, pretty much summed up here. This standard equipment as it's written up here. Moving on, so this is about the service and the workshop details. The best part is this little corner. Let me zoom in here. So this brochure was printed, or let me just read it out to you if you can't see it closely. This brochure was printed in West Germany in 1988. That's how old this brochure is. I'm quite happy that I've kept it in such a pristine condition. It looks pretty new even today. And this is your last page of the brochure, a nice rear picture of the 3 Series and BMW's most famous tagline, the ultimate driving machine. So guys, yeah, that was the brochure of the E30 BMW 3 Series. I hope you guys enjoyed flipping through it with me, and that's all for today, and I'll be back with another special brochure in the next episode. Hope you guys enjoyed this one, and till next time, I'll see you and goodbye.